Hello, it's Wednesday. Um, After work today, I had the second of those group therapy sessions, and today it was remote, which was convenient because it takes me an hour and a half to get there on the bus. But today was remote, uh, so I got to do it from home. And we talked about core values again, and we talked about my top five core values. Last time we did three, and somebody did five. I do. Mine were consideration, which is thinking about how what you do affects the people around you. Connection, which is about just having some relationship with people and society as a whole. And then understanding, which of course is being able to see things from other people's point of view and understand where they're coming from and why they do the things that they do. It's kind of the flip side of consideration, um, where consideration is understanding how what you do affects them, right? And part of that is how how they are going to interpret things that you do, right? Like if you know the next person is going to think that you are rude for doing something, then maybe you don't do that because it would seem rude. And understanding a large part of it is kind of the other side, the reciprocal side of that, where if somebody does something and they don't mean for it to be rude, you understand that they didn't mean for it to be rude, and so you adjust your interpretation to match their intention. And then my other two were growth, which growth I think is about self expansion. It's about becoming more of the person you want to be. It's about expanding your skills and your interests and your experiences to become more of the person that you want to be. And then my fifth one was kindness, and it was kind of a toss up. I went with kindness because I took a um, character strengths quiz last week or the week before, I forget. But anyway, I took this character strengths quiz, and my number one was kindness. And their description of kindness kind of overlapped a little with my description of consideration, in that you think about the other people around you and how they're feeling and what they need, and then you kind of go out of your way to provide that for them, especially when you're asked to. So, like, their description of kindness from the character strengths quiz included, like, doing favors for people, being there for them when they ask you to be, stuff like that. Uh, so yeah, there were several that I considered as putting at number five, but I decided to go with kindness because of that other quiz. I think my core values, consideration and understanding, and how they're kind of reciprocals of one another. And I think about when I was in a communication studies minor in college, and we talked, of course, a lot about communication. And communication, essentially, it always has a sender, a message always has a sender and a receiver, and the sender has the sender has a message that they want to send, and a receiver has their interpretation of whatever message they receive. So, to communicate well, as a sender, you try to anticipate the interpretation and adjust your message such that the message that the receiver gets is the message that you intended to send. So that you adjust your message, you adjust the message you send such that the message that is received is the message that you intended. And it goes the other way too. As the receiver, you're going to interpret whatever message is sent to you. So to be a good communicator, you have to adjust your interpretation based on what you know about the sender's intentions so that the message that you interpret is the message that the sender intended. So it's about both sides adjusting what they do and what they think so that they can match up and communicate well. And I think that my values of consideration and understanding are very much a part of that. They're very much the same thing. Where to be considerate, you adjust your behavior based on the needs of people around you and the way that they're going to interpret what you're doing. And then to be understanding, you observe the behavior of people around you, and you try to try not to use the word understand. To be understanding, you observe the behavior of people around you, and you try to understand their motivations, what they're doing, what they're thinking, so that you can interpret their behavior correctly. I think those are very similar. The lessons that I learned while studying communication and my core values of consideration and understanding, they are the same in that they are the reciprocals of one another, and that they're all about connecting well with other people. And then after group therapy earlier, my lawyer sent me an email yesterday actually, and basically said that I've got to turn in the paperwork that they need. So I told him I would do at least part of it today. And so after group therapy, I already had my laptop out. After group therapy, I went to the gym. And I came back from the gym and I started cooking, and I've been watching Fargo with my mom and my sister, and so I texted them and we started up Fargo, and while Fargo was going and I was texting with my sister and dinner was cooking, I also got some of those papers. So it's things like 3 months of pay slips, 3 years of tax returns, things that were, my 401ks, statements and plan summaries, and that kind of stuff. So I got those, and it's like 4 out of like 10 documents or whatever, or categories of document, because there's a lot of documents that my lawyer asked for, and I sent those over, and I had to do it at a time when I was like maximally distracted. Fargo is going, I'm talking to my sister, dinner's on the stove. Maximally distracted because it, I don't know, it feels a little bit like planning my own death or something. It feels really bad to be getting that paperwork and really taking any steps forward. Feels pretty awful. And I'm not sad today. Sad isn't the right word for it. it just feels like I don't know, it feels like nothing in a bad way. It feels like nothing in a bad way. Yeah. So I did that. I did some of it, and I sent those papers off, and there's more that I got to do tomorrow. But I did some of them, and that's good, right? It's good, right? It's got to be good. You gotta. I mean, you have to. I mean, it's good to do that so that it's good to do that so that the lawyer can have the information that she needs, and she can talk with Gabby's legal representative, and they can work everything out. And it's good that it happens that way. That's the way it's supposed to happen, and it's good that it's happening that way, even if it feels like nothing in a bad way, right? It's gotta be. It's gotta be good. Yeah, it's gotta be good. I used to make a lot of noises. Used to just say beep or make a lot of noises. Um, just because, whenever I was living with Gabby, I made a lot of noises, just as a way to communicate without having to say anything. It was like, I didn't realize I was doing it a lot of the time, but the point, it was like, it's like telling her that I'm there and we are connected. That's what the message was. It wasn't important that she, interpret that message um, the way that I meant it, and I don't know that she ever did. Like I said, it was never important to me that be the message that she received, but that's what it was. That's why I made all those noises, just noises. Beep. It was really just so that she could hear me, and she could know that she could hear me and I could hear her, and we were there and we were together and we were connected. We were there and we were together and we were connected, and that's what I was doing. Well, I don't. Last few months I've been making those noises, and I haven't thought about it too much, but when I do think about it, I do get very sad. And it's not just that I miss Gabby, although I do. It's there are a lot of things that I liked about myself in that relationship, and things like making the noises. It's something that I really liked and that I miss a lot. I really miss that. I miss, yeah, myself making the noises. Haven't, yeah. Um, yeah, okay. Oh, let's attempt a quick purpose list, yeah? Stuff that helped me feel purposeful today. Work, I guess. Work, really, more than anything. Work, yeah. So, I mean, work is just several things went really well today at work, even though I am extremely busy. Several things went well today at work. And you know what? I went to the gym. It's like it's an offload week, so I'm going to the gym like normal, but I'm doing reduced weight and sometimes reduced reps as well. And it's to give my nervous system a break. I don't want to give like my muscles too much of a break because I don't want them to get like I don't want them to stop, and then they get sore when you go back to the gym. But I want to give my nervous system a break because that all has to recover as well. So it's offload week, but going to the gym felt really good today, and hopefully will tomorrow. Tomorrow's leg day, but I'm hopeful that it'll feel good tomorrow as well. Um, and tomorrow I have an extremely busy day at work. It's almost solid meetings, which is rough, but I'm excited about some of them, so that'll be good. And I think work is going really well in general, even if it's not going as fast as I want it to. And we're gonna have a big, like department-wide lunch, and I'm kind of excited about that. It's a lunch and learn, but I really enjoy. I like the people that I work with. My team is great, and the marketing team is great. So I always like when we have the big meetings with them. And there's this lunch one tomorrow that's gonna be catered, and I'm excited about that. So I guess that's what I've got right now. It feels like a very long time since I've done much that's like, really creative. I mean, I guess I sang on Monday, but that was at band practice, and that's different from like, practicing singing and building it skill wise. And I've started a painting over the weekend. Over the weekend, I started a painting, but I haven't worked on it since then. So it's just laying over there in the very beginning stages. And I've got that workbook, and I've got my like regular book, and I haven't worked on either of them in some time either. Maybe tomorrow I'll have some time to work on at least one of those things, and maybe that'll help me feel purposeful. I'll find out tomorrow, and I will let you know. Alright, see you tomorrow.